All right, so bear with me. New toy. Got the MacBook Air. It is roughly 11:54 at night. So things to ponder, things to talk about. On Facebook, there's a 90-day challenge. I started it and I stopped it quickly. Um, didn't think my mind was right. Didn't think it was coming from the right perspective. And so, while I got good feedback, it was not what I wanted to present, and therefore took it down. Cool part was, as I did that, you guys all kind of reached out to me, and by you guys, I mean like two of you. No, I'm kidding. Actually, there's a lot of people saying, "Hey, where's my video for today?" And uh, a lot of things have been changing and trying to figure things out besides this laptop. And, to a degree, I just want to be able to present things and help others and just kind of keep it real. Um, and I think I really was pretty real. I just didn't like where it was coming from or where I was at when I presented it. And so with this, I'm going to start brand new. I cleaned up YouTube, trying to keep it, on the up and up. And brand new start, brand new laptop, a lot of change going on. I'm actually heading out to California in 2 weeks um, for a little bit of vacation and more soul searching. And I don't think anybody, even the greatest soul searchers, don't soul search enough. And soul, spirit, whatever religious belief you want, energy. I think self-examination is important. Self-awareness is even more important, and to a degree, a lot of what I'm always going to speak about and talk about is bettering oneself. Um, I try not to speak about myself too much, but obviously I'm going to convey points and things of which I've stumbled across in my life, or learnings, or thoughts, or ideas, or opinions, or strategies, who knows, of which whatever I speak on, hopefully it gets you guys thinking in ways to better yourself. And so, in doing this and starting this, I'm going to, again, like I talked about probably 2 days ago, um, I'm going to try to study it, try to become a better speaker, try to elevate myself, and in return, hopefully help you guys elevate yourself. Um, and that's kind of what I'm about. So I had a light bulb moment or two or three or four. I mean, it's just shining bright around here. As I was standing naked in my kitchen. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, I'm serious. Now you're visualizing that. Let's bring it back to the real point. Um, and yes, weird thoughts happen all the time, no matter you're clothed, naked, whatever. Um, but basically, I've been watching a lot of Les Brown, a lot of Eric Thomas, talking to a few people close to me, um, getting inspired, getting support from places I didn't expect. And so it's become clear um, that not a lot of people follow their gifts. And so my gift, apparently, and I believe people are a 50-50 split of their parents, is my mom's chatty Cathy, and whenever my dad speaks up, it's usually for a purpose. So therefore, I got the gift of gab, and hopefully, when I speak up, it's for a purpose. Um, and as I reflect on that and think on that, you know, it's pretty cool. And hopefully I'll be able to evolve and develop and get better at it, so as to convey my messages a little bit better, um, to entertain even more. I did get a text or two saying, "Man, you're crazy. What are you thinking? Where's my video today? I just want to laugh." Um, and those are all cool. And any sort of feedback, whether you hate me, whether you think it's awesome, the fact that I've captivated you for even 2 seconds of your day is pretty neat. And so in those 2 seconds, or now 30 minutes, or whatever the heck we're on, obviously we're at 5 minutes 45 seconds because technology told me that. Either way, whatever time period that we're on, hopefully I'm not wasting your time, and hopefully I can continue to entertain, kind of create something, not just between us, but within you, and communicate in such a way that everybody comes out better, and that's going to be my mission here. As for Team Fat Coach, let me delve on that a little bit. It's a little irony, a little play on words, a little acronyms. Let me be real for a second. I do not think anymore that it's funny to make fun of somebody's physical characteristics. Did I do it in the past? Absolutely. One vivid memory in my mind, and what some of this is actually about, was back in college. I used to call a guy down the hall Fat Dan, and not nice of me at all. I've never actually been overweight. It's a very serious matter. People struggle with it. And so, obviously, when you're younger, you just spout at the mouth without much thought. And I used to call this guy Fat Dan every time I saw him. I used to, "Hey, Fat Dan, how you doing?" I kid you not, he always received me well. And that's good for me, because he could have just killed me or something. And I'm sure my words were detrimental to him, and I wish that hadn't happened. But a year later, I walked by the guy. He looked familiar, but it wasn't the same guy. And I was like, he's like, "Ben, it's Fat Dan." I'm like, "But you're not fat." That guy lost 30 to 50 pounds, and he was not fat anymore. So in that, I kind of learned words can be a driving force, or people can drive themselves. But the coolest part is if any of my positive words teach you to drive yourself better and get you to a better place, that would more than make up for me picking on Fat Dan. To this day, I admire that kid. I mean, he handled me with class every single time. It's even more ironic now that I don't even... physical exteriors are not important. They're our first read on people, yes. They are a sign of our health, yes. But, okay, so part of my video talk on Facebook was I'm going to leave everything raw and unedited. That was Kylie, my cat, walking by. Back to the point of physical exterior and all that. Cool, you can look pretty, you can be the most fit person in the world, but if you are ugly on the inside, it doesn't do anybody any good. Stop. And so what we're trying to do here is obviously my mission, and me being able to help people as a trainer, coach in the physical world, in the bodybuilding world, the bikini world, whatever. That's cool. I actually enjoy helping people transform their exterior. But the game of talk, the game of inner coaching, um, elevates things much. Okay. So this is Kylie, and she wants to be on film. So um, the inner coaching and the inner work, and if you can get a beautiful outside to reflect with even more beautiful inside, that's our objective. Um, and the most important thing is to help you see your full potential. And so that's physical, that's mental, that's spiritual, that's everything that I can possibly do in the time that you allow me to be on your phone screen, and the time that you allow me to be in your ears. I want to interject something positive, some sort of flow, some sort of word, some sort of thought that just makes you better. And that's my goal. So going back to the original point of Team Fat Coach, the irony of a fitness coach being fat, much less when it's me and I'm lean getting ready for a show. That was the first premise. The actual acronym behind it is factual and truthful. I believe in nothing more than presenting people with the facts and the truth that is my thoughts of fact and truth. Doesn't mean it's actual fact and truth that exists in the real world. It's just what I deem to be true, what I think is true, what I think is factual, what I've researched, and I can only present it to you for your own interpretation. And so the other thing that one of my light bulbs that came on this before I started this clip, the principle of fat. Fat is, by definition, stored energy. I mean, it is basically a reserve. It is something for which your body, if it has no other sources, can draw upon to move. Which is crazy because the fattest people, physically, whatever, they have so much stored energy. And so, the actual metaphor of fat and stored energy is, I think it's going to stick, because what I think a lot of us are is stored energy. We have yet to tap into it. We have yet to use it. We have yet to do anything with it. It's just sitting there, just clumps, just on top of us. And like, you want to get rid of it. You want to be more fit, right? And so as you become more fit and you lean out, you get rid of your fat. That's the premise here. Let's not sit on all this stored energy. Let's be active in improving ourselves. Let's become the fittest of fit, physically, mentally, spiritually, energetically. Let's chase something together. Like, anytime I present something, you don't like it, let me know. Let me know why. Tell me. Bring it to me. Like, all I can do is learn to speak better, present more interesting topics, speak in such a way that it might convey something that you might get a piece from. If I bore you to death, by all means, after a few trollings and whatnot, if you unsubscribe, you're not going to hurt my feelings. Like I said, you either deem it to be important to you or you don't. And if you do, I'm flattered beyond capacity that I can even touch your life. And so this gift of gab and how much I can talk and hopefully pass along some intellectual things will be my journey here. And I'm at 15 minutes. I've now opened up my YouTube. And I'm playing with this MacBook Air. And so I'm going to try to do everything on YouTube instead of Facebook. I'll link it to Facebook. But I think there's just some days where I'm going to go on and on and on. But hopefully about thoughtful things. And it was kind of cool playing the lighting the other day. I'll try to do that here and there. Metaphors and whatnot. you guys saying it's humorous, um, that's cool. But I also think to a degree you guys got the message that I was trying to present uh, beyond the humor. Um, but what I'm looking to do, and I can't stress this enough, is improve something, your interpretation on life, your motivation for life, maybe educate you on something you had no idea or even thought about, and kind of, draw more feedback for my endeavors. Part of what I just watched Les Brown speak about was chasing your gift, refining your craft. And so the best way to do that is to speak, to get feedback. Well, for me, chasing this, I don't know if it's a career path or if it's just what I deem to be what I should do in general. But in doing this, I'm going to be studying books. I'm going to be studying tape. I'm going to catch every last speaker I can to hopefully improve myself in all aspects. And then in exchange for all the time I put into that, hopefully I convey better messages. I get them across with more energy, with more passion, and convey them in such a way that I just captivate you, captivate your mind, and hopefully communicate to your deepest part of you with my full intent. And my full intent is to help all of you in some way. And so at 16, 17, whatever, freaking minutes, I'm going to call it good here. And let the games begin. TeamFatCoach, I think, will stick. So let's work on using all the stored energy, all the potential energy that we have in creating our better selves. And by all means, please leave positive feedback, leave fair criticism. And if you troll me, I don't mind, because it means you were thinking something. It means you're like, oh, this jackass, I got something to say to him. I'm just going to make everybody laugh. Cool. You might not like me. Love me, hate me, just don't bet against me. Okay? Because we're all going to be something someday. Or you're going to sit there behind your keyboard, spending more time watching people like me talking. You're going to talk trash about whatever you want, hide behind your keyboard, and sit there with all the regrets, all the thoughts in the world. But instead of using your gift that might very well be quick punchlines, you're just going to sit there. You are the fat, okay? So, I challenge all of you, even my trolls, even my haters, to get out there and make yourselves better. That's the goal. All right? So if you happen to tune in and you hate me from day one, that's on you. If you tune in and keep tuning in, hopefully I'll get better and better, and you'll be like, hey, this guy's not so bad. We shall see. And if not, hey, if I get that one fanatic troll that just hates me, you're either gonna get blocked or I'm gonna keep you there for my own entertainment. Either or. All right. You guys have a good night, and thanks for tuning in.